A lot of people think that Vinland Saga season 2 was trash. That is cap.
I don't.
Vinland Saga season 2 was fire.
I don't
And
think people call it trash. I think they just didn't like it as much as season one.
I
I
feel like
know
see the issue is Vinland Saga misled its viewers. Like the first season has so much action. The first season is literally so much action, so much fighting. Carl, it just like the season two was the exact opposite.
Why the hell do you have that knife? Because I have enemies. Give me this. You have no enemies. That's the story. Come on, man. That was a prelude. This is a growth anime, not about fighting.
Bro, season 2 is farmer simulator. Season 2 is slave simulator.
That's what you got? I'm sorry. That's what you got?
That's what I watched.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Kinda, you know what the funniest thing is? And this man is interviewing Crystal Chanel. And he goes, what is your anime hot take? And she's like, honestly, people, and I'm looking at, I flipped the camera to Kenny, because he's people. People that hate Vinland Saga are just,
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just think season 2 wasn't as exciting as season 1. That's it.
No, your words.
That was not what you said.
Trash.
Who said it was trash?
You said it was trash several times.
That's what you had. You made it a literal whole thing. You say it was trash.
You did,
Trash.
Kenny.
And the thing is,
maybe my expectations were too much.
Kenny is not the only one that I've seen say that. I agree with Malik. I do think it's just the fact that people expected the same kind of vibe from the first season, but also like me, it was perfect because it's like, bro, like now we about to figure out how this nigga's about to grow from his as a kid. He was a child. His whole motivation as a child was to kill Askeladd. That was taken from him. What does he do now? And it's just like, I heard people say it was too slice of lifey. Bitch, they're slaves.
What part of it was slice of life?
How you got that?
Like, what part of it was slice of life? To me, it just showed the growth. It just showed the growth. I don't think it needed like a whole bunch of gore, a whole bunch of fights to like carry the weight. Like, to me, it was perfect. That was perfect.
I mean, honestly,
the pacing was beautiful.
The issue is where the story's headed now. Is like he's about to get thrown right back into fighting niggas because he just went back to his hometown.
But I feel like that's literally what we're saying. Like the story is building up to where, because Taurus is literally like his dad is legendary because of his ways, and his dad is not a fighter. Like when you're talking about fighting, he's like, I'm not fighting you. But if you push comes to shove, he will fight you. And I feel like
but that's what I'm saying. Thorfinn just got sent back to us. He's back at his hometown now, and his hometown is being like they're about to like get raided by some people.
Nah,
and Thorfinn about to have to throw some hands.
Look,
you literally saw Thorfinn go to Canute's guards, and it's like, I want to speak to the king. And they're like, if you want to speak to the king, you got to fight. He's like, I'm not fighting. Okay, you're gonna have to take 100 punches. He chose that instead of fighting,
bruh.
Like, that man who
I'm
not
finna watch this man just get punched. I'm turning
Canute
that
said,
off.
I'm good. If I fight you, what you gonna do? The nigga said, I'm gonna run.
I'm turning that off.
You're terrible. You're trash.
You're turning it off.
You wait, hold on. You criticize Gone for doing the same thing.
No,
this is the man who can actually throw hands.
That's hella different. That's hella different. I accuse Gon of not quitting when he obviously needed to quit. Thorfinn
keep up.
Thorfinn literally. That's what I remember. I can't remember if it was Bomba or if it was somebody else, but I remember calling somebody saying like, they truly do not understand what this nigga will do to them single-handedly, but the fact that he's going to take these punches just shows the growth in his character. You feel me?
The nigga that was punching him knew.
Exactly. And the thing is, I'm thinking, here's how I'm thinking about it. This is, if Dragon Ball was a regular anime with no powers, right? This would be the time where Gohan gets to shine. You feel me? It's literally like, as a kid, Gohan was a demon. Then, you feel me, he chose, they had peace. It lost all his, you feel me, mojo, but it didn't matter, you feel me, because Goku was there to pick up the pieces. Now we getting into a situation where Thor's is dead. He's a legend, but he's dead. This nigga Thorfinn, we need to figure out, okay, what type of fighter is he going to be after all of this growth, after all these changes, you feel me? Like, what is going to be his... Now we need to figure out what is going to be his new goal.
Yep.
And I'm here for it.
I don't think that you can watch his fight with Snake and think that nigga is not a fucking wolf in sheep clothing. Like the way
that's
he
show the wolf.
activated.
I'm tired of seeing a sheep, Bumble.
You said what?
I'm tired. Show the wolf. I'm tired of seeing a sheep.
Niggas just want
another season.
Niggas don't want to see
Also,
growth.
just think about.
If there is another season of this man talking about I'm not fighting, just beat on me, I'm turning it off.
He's not saying just beat on me. He's saying just beat on me in situations that are not necessary. But when it comes to
stories,
necessary fight, he fights.
Niggas can't appreciate stories. That's just what it comes down to.
I love One Piece and Attack on Titan. That's literally the two best stories of anime. But if the main character is literally just getting punched on, I'm not watching it.
Attack on Titan.
That is not what he's good at.
I don't think Attack on Titan's up there, bro.
Attack on Titan for a story? You crazy?
It ruined itself.
You have to know how to end it to be a story.
It fucked itself up. It was on pace to being a great story, and
I'm not the type. I'm not so like same thing with Game of Thrones. Like if people just don't like how it ended, me included. If I don't like how it ended, I'm not gonna just ignore the enjoyment that I had watching it up until the ending. The story up until the ending was still great, so I'm not gonna just wash all that away.
I'll bet. I'm glad I had issues all the way up until the ending. So thanks, Kenny. Appreciate that. I'm staying consistent.
That's fine, but I consider Attack on Titan a great story.
It was bad all the way through.
Thanks, bro.
You wait, all of y'all think Attack on Titan story is bad all the way through?
Nah, I don't think it was bad.
I don't think it was bad all the way through. I just believe it just had no way of ending it.
I don't
because this is the thing, Kenny. It's a loop. So if the ending is bad,
the loop will never close.
You looping. So the sense doesn't exist anymore for everything else that you laid down. Because if the ending don't make sense, then what the fuck you did all this shit for? If you're telling me that everything failed and then you're here crying about your plan, you failed still.
It's like a dunk contest. If you're doing all this crazy thing in the air, but you can't put the ball in the hoop, is that shit fire?
It's not the same.
It definitely is the same.
It's not the same.
That was one of the most perfect examples he could use.
A dunk contest is literally 5 seconds. This story is told over years, so no, it's not the same.
And got ruined in 5 seconds.
Anyway, what I'm saying is back to let's stay on this Vinland Saga for just a second. I appreciate the growth of Thorfinn. I appreciate the growth. He's not angry anymore. You know, he learned that like he has no real enemies because the main person he trained his whole life to kill is now dead. Cool. That's A-okay. Right? I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with is I've then watched you be a slave for I don't know how many episodes doing farm work. I'm bored. Punch somebody.
So King, I got a question. Were you bored when Luffy got captured and he started doing the training in jail?
You talking about at Wano?
Yeah.
You talking about like right afterwards he started fighting Queen in prison? Like a fight, he literally started fighting right after?
It was a time skip, right? Because he was there.
You have to understand. For that, you're talking about one time period he wasn't fighting. For Thorfinn, it was a whole season.
Okay, have you watched Long Ring, Long Ran?
Watched who?
Long Ring, Long Ran.
Nope. Probably won't. If you're going to compare it to that, I'm definitely not watching.
That's a season in One Piece. A season that's historically known for being the most boring shit in anime history. It's in One Piece. You've seen it.
Long Fin, Long Rain.
Where everything was longer, trees were tall, the dogs were, you know what I'm saying?
The Davy back fights.
Yep.
And you said
Davy Jones.
You said it's known as what?
The most boringest arc of One Piece. Because it's so long.
Because there's no fighting, right?
It's not because there's no fighting, because it's boring and the pacing is bad. And two, also,
so what's your point here?
Wait, you cannot say that there's no fighting, because this is the thing. I feel like what you're doing is that you're looking at the whole story just through Thorfinn, and you're saying Thorfinn's not fighting, the story's over. First season, Thorfinn is the menace. What was Canute? A coward, somebody who didn't want to fight. What is Canute today? What is the first thing Canute thinks about? Fighting. He is that blood-cold killer that Thorfinn was. That's Canute today. While Thorfinn is trying to repress that in himself. Didn't you see the son of the slave owners go from being a coward to being forced to fight to actually being a man? And that was because of Thorfinn. He fought twice in the show. That's 2 fights. His older brother came through, started slaughtering niggas. The action is still in the story. Snape had plenty of fights. They're still giving you the action, but right now, Thorfinn's journey is that, yo, when it comes to killing, I know that none of these niggas are better than me at it. But I have regrets. You see the nightmares that he goes through, and then to them, their story is Valhalla. Valhalla is the end goal for you.
Don't you think?
Your dad taught you. The guy, the cold nigga we saw in the first story, he raised you based on that. Put the sword down. Find Vinland. Find peace. You have no enemies because now you understand the world. When Thorfinn kills Askeladd, that nigga is dead. I've been angry my whole life. That nigga's gone. Who am I angry at? It's bigger than just fighting. I have no enemies because there's no point in us fighting. How about we get along? How about now we just become one? How about we focus on finding Vinland and the betterment of life? And that's what he's walking on. That's why he's choosing this. I'm going to take 100 punch because I want to talk to your king. I'm going to run because I feel like us building a bond is better than us fighting each other. Soon as he said that to Canute, shut up. Soon as he said that to Canute, Canute came through and then was like laughing. For the first time, I found somebody that has like the energy that I can trust. Because this guy doesn't want riches. This guy doesn't want gold. Perhaps what I think I can accomplish through blood, this nigga is most likely to accomplish it. That's the kind of nigga that is. And that nigga will beat your ass up if you try it. Try to kill him.
Any fights.
I'm not saying that it didn't have a deep message. I'm not saying the story's not. It wasn't. I'm not saying I don't understand the concepts. I'm just saying the shit.
Rewatch it. You gotta rewatch it.
I'm just saying the shit. It's like Furin. People love Furin. It's a bunch of fucking side quests. The shit's boring.
See, Kenny, you have to understand where Kenny's coming from. He just wanted to see somebody get punched, even if it didn't make sense.
Sometimes we got to get over that.
I was about to say, like, you have to think about the situational awareness. Don't you? Can you agree that any fights other than the ones that happened in season 2 would have just been forced? Just giving the circumstances. All right, give me a fight that you would want to see that wouldn't have killed, that wouldn't have repercussions of everybody else getting killed.
Okay, when the niggas was coming to literally take the land that Thorfinn was a slave on, get active. They need you.
He was going to die.
No, he wasn't.
Everybody was going to die.
No, because the slave master's son was there, and he was the older son. He was called him and Thorfinn, plus the head slave watcher, the guy. But he was cool though. The guy that was also there was 3 cold ass niggas that was there on that farm would have killed that whole army.
And then have another army.
You don't know for sure, but this is my thing. You said that he was a slave, and you was mad at the fact that he was a slave. If I'm a slave, why would I fight?
Because he cared about no. Because now you're taking the story out of context. Because he cared about. He still cared. He said the slave master.
No, he's still a slave. I don't care what he cares about. He's a slave. Y'all.
He didn't mind being a slave. He was a slave by choice.
You said what?
He was a slave by choice.
Because he was depressed when the nigga died, and he didn't know what to do. He literally tried to kill the king at that point, and then they took him in.
Bomba, but you're saying if he's a slave, why would he help? Because he's literally there by choice.
It's not he's there by choice.
He even has a friend here.
If he's there by choice, he would not be like, let me work towards earning my freedom. Once you become a slave, there's a reason you become a slave. Back in the day, if you're a slave, you're a mark. If you ran away, you're a slave. Just because he's strong, don't think that he can kill those niggas, and niggas are not chasing him.
So we're gonna sit here and pretend like Thorfinn couldn't get off that. Is this what we're about to do?
You don't know that, but no, you're choosing to say that because you're like, oh, Thorfinn is a killer in the past. Thorfinn, for example, the nigga is broken, literally has PTSD, screaming every night. The friend that he made was about to strangle him, and then he saw that this nigga is crying every night because he rests. And then you think that he can kill more? PTSD is a real thing. Niggas in this army today, in this country, in reality, deal with that shit. Are they able to deploy again? No. You got to take care of that first. You got to let them heal.
Situational awareness, Kenny. Circumstances, Kenny.
That can be true. I can still be bored.
It's not boring though. I just feel like you're looking at it through Thorfinn should do everything. They're still giving you the fights and everything through everybody. And I feel like just the story of Vinland Saga, it's not around Thorfinn. It's a bigger picture. That's why Canute be playing big parts, Snape be playing big parts, and then sometimes what's his name? Reynard. Radar plays a huge role, specifically with Torfin. They're a mirror of each other.
They were only like 3 fights the whole season.
They don't have to fight all the time, Kenny. Other niggas was fighting. We said that.
I'm not saying it gotta be every episode.
The slave owner's son fought.
I don't watch this nigga pick grain. I don't watch this nigga doing all this other shit. Can I be rewarded?
So all you saw was the 2 fights and he picked green. That's all that happened in the season.
No, there of course there was the struggle for the crown going on at the same time.
Niggas just don't like stories, bro. I do.
Question. Kenny, question. Didn't the slave owner flip on them too? What happened after that?
You said then the slave owner do what?
Flip on them.
What you mean how? I don't remember that season that well because I don't remember.
Then you need to go rewatch it then, because that's the big part of the situation. There was a girl that niggas was in love with, and more happened with that girl.
No, and then now you saw that didn't come into effect until like the who was the wolf? The why was everybody afraid of him? Who was he killing?
Who he said?
Remember the girl? The dude was like traveling. He literally came to rescue his wife or something.
Yeah, because
why was he killing people? Why was he killing people?
Because she's a slave, and then she was also married to the slave owner at that point.
No. He had like a reputation. Like they knew he was coming before he got there, or they were like watching out for him before he got there.
I think he was just a
he was another fighter. Like he was another nigga that was cold before.
Yeah, he was a fighter for sure.
Listen, maybe I do gotta rewatch it, but I'm just saying another hot take. Fearing is boring. I'm gonna say that. Fearing is fucking boring.
Join our Discord server now and dive into a space where we talk everything. Sports, anime, music, entertainment. We cover it all. And trust us, it gets hectic in there. Got questions, hot takes, theories? Bring them! Share your ideas, thoughts, and be part of the conversation. And hey, if we feature anything you drop in our videos, we'll be sure to shout you out. Our community is growing fast, so don't wait. Tap in now, leave your mark, and enjoy the fun before it gets packed. Share this with your grandma.